There it goes. Hello, hello. How are y'all doing today, traders? This is going to be a fast video. I got the kiddo running around, so if you get some background noise, just ignore it. He's playing some Mario right now, so hopefully he'll be content for the next 10, 20 minutes. While I just try to bang this out real fast, because there is some good information to update here. We did end up getting that pullback, some bearish divergence action playing through. Like we were talking about yesterday, if we lost 58,000, we'd probably come back and test the 55-ish K area, and we are there now. And I did notice this trend line that's also formed with 3 anchors minimum, and we're getting the 4th test of it right now. Looking a little bit heavy. Definitely not a sexy chart. We even broke out of the structure on the EMA here. So it's kind of, I was a little concerned yesterday of the price action, and mainly because of the divergence, the bearish divergence. And that did end up playing out so far. This is kind of a good support area, though, to be fair. As long as we kind of hold this wick low right on this trend line at around 54, 55,000-ish, I don't really have too much of a concern, but it is starting to look kind of bad. And I guess, I don't know, someone just texted me and was saying something about India banning FUD, whatever. I don't really care about reasons why it's selling off. The only reason I need is there's more sellers than buyers at this given time moment. And this given time moment, yeah, there you go. There's some good English for you. The problem with this, though, is we do have bears taking over dominance on the DMI, and that hasn't happened since back here February 22nd. That started this run that ended up dumping another 20% after that signal, and about 26% from the local high. So, it's definitely a little bit concerning on Bitcoin, but this really isn't all the way confirmed until we do break below this trend line and ultimately about 55K. We get below 55K on any daily or 3-hour closure. This is probably going to get pretty nasty and go test this line down here in the upper 40,000 area. So you can see a lot of support there. And a lot of times with the divergences like this, you will get tests down to at least the 21 and usually closer to the 55. So that wouldn't be terrible from here. It's another 15, 16%, so it definitely would hurt and suck, especially if you are super exposed right now. But damn old weekend price action getting faded. Don't trust the weekends. It's probably best to not even trade on the weekends. I don't know. Maybe some people can make it and do good. But I think overall it's just kind of more thin of a market and stuff like that. I mean, but hey, do whatever works for you. If it works, I don't know shit, so whatever. And you can see this little channel too that it had. Test, breakout, little test, breakout, and generally rising channels are bearish too, so we'll see how this pans out. And again, yesterday too, ETH was already looking kind of sick, so I don't know if it's leading or not, but hey, let's see here. Yeah, the futures still look okay though, so that's a little bit better. Let me see if they got the yeah, they're not as dominant on the DMI. They're kind of battling right at the threshold. Let's see, on Ethereum is kind of the same-ish way, although Ethereum's dominant on both the futures and spot price on the 3-hour. Daily barely has enough info to populate, so that doesn't really matter. Very neutral on the daily still. So, is this just a little pullback for a reaccumulation? It could be. If it's going to be, I'd like to see it pop up in the next 24 to 48 hours and not start going sideways right here. If price starts accepting down here, I don't think that's going to bode very well for price action. So everything's going to be, you got right here to the target we saw yesterday, nice and exciting. Then, boom, immediate rejection. Right here at these previous breakout clusters. So it's not like a whole lot of damage has. And sorry about that. Dot breaking down below the 200 MA on the 3-hour, which has not happened on this all the way since the breakout at $5. So 600% ago that happened. All right. So that's not great. And as we were talking about yesterday too on the coin checkup, a lot, like, it was hard to even find 10, 20 coins that were up. Before, when it was pumping hard, I mean, this whole front page of 100 would be all green. And so it seems very selective rotations are happening. Let's see. Same with, Link is actually, look, this is a pretty bad setup on Link. EMA's reopening to the downside. I guess it's been so sloppy, though, here. You really do have to just break out of these stupid ranges. And now we're going to go through a bunch of these, and they're going to be the same. ADA looks pretty much kind of pretty... Why the hell did that trend line just move like that? That was weird. ADA pretty much is getting a little bit bearish here. You do have the last of the Mohicans line here at about 90 cents. Anything below 90 cents, it's probably going to get real ugly for Charles. Really got to get back above this 116 area that's been tested many, many times. Just murder fest on Bitcoin Cash. These are not great patterns here on low time frames. This is not really that sexy. Would have liked to see you get follow through on there. If we get a couple more days this week and we keep going sideways and we don't break back out to the upside, I think it's gonna get really nasty. Look at this shit. Jesus, Craig. Well, yesterday we're like, is this the chance? Nope. Even as this intermediate kind of trend line kind of forming right here, I mean, this is ridiculous. At least the apex is coming up here in early April. Some interesting news that I did get, though, that probably should have mentioned earlier in the stream, is that Coinbase is going to be doing its direct listing this month. And there's only a couple weeks left in the month, so be on the lookout for that. And a little birdie told me that has been gotten to the pre-investment, pre-IPO on that guy, and I trust him very much. Let's see. Yeah, back in the ranges, guys. This is shitty. I don't want to sugarcoat this. This isn't good. Destroyed this little funky ass teacup handle coffee cup thing, so that's kind of out. I guess the best thing about the whole markets right now is you got equities are riding up the trend line here, so that's okay. They look actually pretty decent, to be fair. Especially, obviously, when have they not looked good for a while? Dow and Russell just been kicking ass. Looks like we talked about last week. I mean, I'd be real surprised if we don't break 4K or get right up into this bottom part of the red box, target box here. Oh, excuse me. But looking all right. VIX kind of flat. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm trying to make it a super fast video. VIX kind of flat, as long as it's holding the 19-ish, 20 area. I do still think it's going to be up here for a while. But again, doesn't matter what I think. We have to trade the TA and the price. So if it does break back below like $19 and starts like trending down, we probably will see a massive rally in the markets, which would be absolute insanity for a lot of people because everyone thinks it's so overbought. I was at a little crawfish party yesterday, and a lot of the guys over there, they don't trade or anything. They just like have some investments or whatever. They're not active, and they're all like, oh, yeah, it's just got to sell off. It just has to sell off. It's so high. And I'm just like, dude, it doesn't have to do anything. And irrational exuberance is a mofo. Oil kind of rounded out top here and actually getting another bearish read on the DMI. So the bears are coming back for an attempt to break this trend line, it looks like. Anything sub 66.5. I'm kind of looking for this to come test the trend line again and see what happens. Again, we've been watching this for a hot minute. Any break of that, it's going to get ugly. Probably to at least $60, I would guess, would be the first test. And then upper 50s, like 55 to 58 would be the next test. And you already know what it is to the upside. We've been targeting this trend line up here. Been watching for weeks now. Or I've been watching it for a lot longer than that, but whatever. There it is. Oh, no, we don't want that. Log messes up my drawings. So there it is, right at around low 70s. So that's the upper side target if we can get back above 66, 6.66, all the sixes. Bonds, just same shit, different day. Dump, dump, dump fest. Do we have any kind of divergences or anything? No. No. We just have this last of the Mohicans trend line right below it. So they just can't get no damn love. There is a Fed meeting this week, though, on Wednesday. So I would be looking for some big moves on Wednesday, and that is at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, if you don't know. Let's see. I guess you do have slight hidden bullish divergence right here. It's ever so slight on the 3-hour, but it is there. So maybe we get some follow through on that. And to be fair, it did break this trend line, retested it last Friday, and now maybe this is the base. So that's kind of interesting on notes there on the 10-year. Let's go look at rates. Rates still nice and erect. I mean, there's nothing bearish about this till we get probably back below like 140. Easy peasy. Dollar still looks really good here. It comes back, tests the breakout EMA zone. Lots of overhead resistance though at about 92.5. We'll see if we get over that. Anything above 92.5 probably gets us easily to like $94 on Dixie. A little bit camel hump resistance right here on the mama. That's what I call it when it has this little, when it rounds up overpriced like that. It happens a lot. Like here's another one. Well, maybe if I could draw it. There's another one right there. Here's another one right here. It happens a lot. I don't know a good name for the saucer part. Maybe I'll just call it Mama Saucer. I don't know, but whatever. Just kind of figuring out names and ways to explain that better. But yeah, so Dixie looking all right. Let's see what else do we got here that I wanted to touch on. Not many coin. I mean, there are some popping up. Sia coin looking good. Engine hot. H-bar has actually been having a really good run. Let's go check at that real quick. Like I said, I'm trying to do this pretty fast. Squeezing it in. All my kids entertained for a second. Yeah, H-bar is pretty beast mode right here. Not really losing momentum yet. It's kind of showing the first signs of it, but I mean, really, if it's crawling up these EMAs, there's no reason to even be concerned about it. I did take off most of my position on this guy though yesterday, just because it's just such a big ass run. All right, let's see what else do we want to look at. Let's go. What's up, guys? Let's go. Dot rolling kind of over. Not the sexiest price action here. Yeah, getting back below the 200. Yeah, not very great. I don't really like that. Maybe we get a test down to $28 here, but kind of just range bounding for now. Let's go down to Shanghai, getting rejected at its trend line, so that's very interesting. We'll see what happens there. Not enough data though. We're just gonna have to wait. It's kind of in this tight range, 33.5 and 34.5 or 34.50. Let's see. Gold actually looking pretty good. Look at this nice opening up EMAs on the 3-hour on gold. Gold's chart I actually really do like. And so you got bonds and gold having interesting setups going into Wednesday's meeting here for the FOMC. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe this looks like it kind of wants to charge up to test this trend line or this horizontal in the mid 1700s. Let's see. What else do we got? Silver, same thing. Doesn't have as nice a setup actually as gold, which is odd because silver has usually looked better than gold the last like couple months, but not now. So gold kind of leading the market for the time being. Platinum looks actually pretty good. Reopening, reset the oscillators, came back for the test. I mean, this thing looks pretty good above 1180. Can't complain about that. Anything back over 1230 probably gets us to right underneath, or probably right in the split of this. About 1270 would be my next target on that guy. Palladium, who cares about that? All right, I think that's all. I think I'm going to keep it super short today, like I said. Got my kid over here doing the damn thing. Maybe we'll go look at Master real quick. This is one thing. Master's at a critical level here. We do not want to see Master break below 680 in this trend line. I do think if Master rolls over, it might be the canary in the coal mine for the general market. And I know that sounds crazy. People are like, what the fuck? Which it's Master. Well, yeah, we've talked about this in a bunch of videos. And look at the last time this happened. They are just a hype company, man. See, look at this. .com bubble. Hyped up. Right at the end of it, too. The last final innings of it. And then as soon as they broke, that was it. The market was done. So I kind of feel like the same thing is happening right now. It's just totally hyped. Grabbing into the hype right here. And there you go. And Coinbase is going public this month, too. And I've said this in months, or not months ago, but I guess a couple of months ago. Had a long rant about how I think Coinbase is kind of going to be the semi-top of the markets here. We'll see if that happens. That's totally opinion-based. You know, I don't have TAs not telling me that anyway, but hey, we'll see what goes on with that. All right, what else do we want to look at? Oh, and it is, what is it going to be called? I think actually the coin, I think it actually is coin is the ticker, so this one might get removed or something. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, yeah, because this is on TSX, so that's on Canadian market. So it'll be coin on the U.S. markets. Alrighty. I guess that's probably it, man. We're just going to, I think, wrap it up there. We'll go through weed stocks real fast. I guess there's some pump action. My buddy sent me something that New York said they're going to be legal pretty soon. I guess so. That'd be cool. I think it's going to be legal pretty soon everywhere. Market liking it, though. Some good runs today. Any ones down? Cannabis down. So, this is kind of an interesting chart. It's pretty ugly, though. I don't know. I'm already exposed a little bit to cannabis, but I was earlier this morning. I was kind of looking for something that maybe hasn't popped hard yet, and I didn't really find anything too good. I guess maybe EDXC actually has a decent chart right here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it's okay as long as it holds about 16.5, 17 cents. Cans is all right. It's like kind of right at the bottom of this range, which is kind of nice. So it makes management pretty easy. I think anything back below like 13 cents, this one will be iced up. But I'm not really going to do too much crazy stuff until the FOMC meeting on Wednesday. Again, that's at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, let's wrap it up here. Final thoughts. This is a spot for Bitcoin to bounce. I wouldn't be surprised to see a bounce up into like almost 58,000. If we can ride this guy up right here on the mama, kind of like this, that would actually be very bullish. But at the moment, it's definitely, the bulls need to step up again because they kind of got slapped here. And everyone's be like, FUD, 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 whatever. I don't care about news. I just look at the price. There's more sellers than buyers. That's all I need to know. And right now, the buyers need to step their game up. You do have rising tails on these candles, so that's a good start right on this trend line and right on this previous horizontal of the range. So we are in a decent spot, and the TA is being respected very much so after losing that 28 on this candle. We went right to it and kind of just stalled. You know, we're hovering right around that price, so pretty good. And just for future reference too, when we were looking at the chart yesterday, it was kind of right. This candle was building right here, but it didn't do this engulfing part. And when I saw this last night, I started already getting a little bit concerned because it dipped below the 21 EMA. And we had been watching that and briefly mentioned we don't want to see any closures below that. And we haven't seen one since all the way down here at 48K. And then we got that one, got an attempt, and then we got another one right below it. So bears were showing their hand slightly on this guy. And then again, the basic horizontals, if you don't want to get too super technical with candle charts and candlestick price action analysis, just losing that 58,000 is all it needed. Let's see on crack time frames. Yeah, trying to base here. But bulls still are very much, they're very much quiet at the moment. So let's see what they do over this next couple of days. So as long as we're holding this trend line and around 55-ish K, I'm not too concerned about it. We do have confirmed bearish divergence though, so there is a very real possibility that this thing does come down to the upper 40s right around here, about 50K, give or take 2 grand. So that is definitely in the cards. So bulls need to step their sheet up and push it off from here. Or I do think we probably will test that 48,000 area. Still not super bearish, but definitely in the cards. All right. Let's see. In Ethereum, let's go back to futures real fast. Futures don't look quite as bad. So that's nice to see. They're kind of right here above the mama, and we can see we're like right kind of below it. So they have a slightly different posturing, and I do like the read on DMI a little bit better here. But again, anything back below 55K, it's probably going to get ugly real quick. And yeah, look at this. Major support on Ethereum at about 1720-ish. Maybe just 17 flat. Keep it simple. As long as we hold about 1700 on Ethereum, it's not too crazy. So, you know, it was a swift dump, but, you know, it's getting caught right where it needs to be getting caught. So don't panic yet. Don't get crazy. Also, don't listen to me because it's not financial advice. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Bam. So we're almost there. Let's see what tomorrow brings on. And later today, possibly maybe we get some more info. But, yeah, I think we already did equity, so we don't really need to talk about that again. Awesome, guys. Well, I'm going to cut this one off now and get out of here and hang out with the kiddo. It's a beautiful day over here. I didn't even say what day it was today. It's a Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. Happy start of the week. I hope you have an awesome one and get all the things done you need to. And it is March, what is it, 15th? Yep, 15th, 2021. This has been your boy Z-Rex with No Noise. And I'm signing off now. Much love. Peace.